Hi, I'm from the Customer Success Engineering team. In this series of short videos, we'll be taking a look at recommendations for forwarding your traffic to the Zero Trust Exchange. This is Part 5, Forwarding Traffic from Locations. For known locations where you have deployed enterprise-grade internet gateways, you have the ability to build GRE or IPsec tunnels to the Zero Trust Exchange. The choice between the two will largely depend on two factors. First, tunnels can normally be built from gateway routers or SD-WAN boxes. Depending on the type and model of equipment, these will support one or both tunnel types. Secondly, GRE tunnels require a static IP address at the site. Whenever possible, Zscaler recommends using GRE rather than IPsec tunnels, as GRE has greater throughput and has the least amount of overhead. We also recommend that customers forward traffic via GRE without a NAT device between users and the ZIA service edge, with surrogate IP and authentication enabled in the ZIA location settings. This will ensure that traffic is properly load balanced and that user identity-based policies are applied to all traffic. Finally, we require two tunnels be configured to two different public service edges for each location, in an active standby configuration. We strongly recommend setting up monitoring and automated tunnel failover for these tunnels as a best practice. Finally, as a reminder, Zscaler recommends installing ZCC on all user devices. However, remember that using zTunnel 2 on trusted network when traffic is also routed through a GRE or IPsec tunnel is not recommended, as this would double encapsulate non-web traffic and slow down the processing of your user traffic. To address this, Zscaler recommends using policy-based routes to route all zTunnel 2 traffic directly to the internet. Note that the full list of Zscaler IPs is published online on our website within the config.zscaler.com pages. It's recommended that you subscribe to the Trust Portal notifications for your Zscaler cloud to receive updates whenever these change, as routes will need to be configured on each device where a GRE or IPsec tunnel is built, to bypass zTunnel 2 traffic from being forwarded inside said tunnel. If policy-based routing is not possible, then an alternative option is to use the Client Connector Trusted Network Detection settings and configure ZCC to use zTunnel 1 when it detects that it is on the corporate network. Note that this method requires enforcing authentication and IP surrogacy at the location level to maintain user attribution on non-web traffic. You can then configure sublocations in the ZIA admin portal for each type of non-user traffic, such as traffic from IoT devices or guest Wi-Fi traffic, in order to disable authentication and attribution for that non-user traffic. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching.